You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. Thanks for tuning in on a Monday. It's time now for the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris joining us. Dan, how you doing?
Hey, Smalls, how was the weekend? Had a little blowout Saturday night, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Party time.
I think there's still some party goers that are camped out at our house. I'm not
Party
sure.
time. You know, when you have to do a body count, that means things went pretty darn
No,
well.
it was really fun. So thanks for celebrating with us, Dan.
It was, yeah. I had a great time. Thanks for having me. Appreciate that very much. And I needed new silverware.
I wondered where that went.
Big day in American history.
Oh, what's that?
I just wanted to mention this morning while we get going. It was this day in 1886. We were just kids.
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty dedicated.
Oh, yeah.
By President Grover Cleveland.
Wow.
That's really cool.
And celebrated by the first confetti/ticker tape parade in New York City.
Really?
Was the first time they ever did that.
Where they started dumping all that stuff off the buildings.
Yeah, and referred to now as a ticker tape parade. And
Yeah.
they still do that. But that's the first time they ever did that in New York City. They're still cleaning up after that.
They're still sweeping up.
Yep, Lady Liberty, big deal. Thanks, France.
I wonder, have we ever done a ticker tape parade here?
Boy, not that I'm aware of.
I'd like to do that now. Get bags. You know what we should do?
Super messy, but it looks super cool.
Let's not even tell anyone we're doing it. We'll just do it, and we'll just start dumping bags of confetti off buildings downtown and see if anyone notices.
Oh, they'll notice.
Apparently, it would be really spotty, though, because most buildings aren't really tall enough. We have to throw it from doorways.
Well, or we use a leaf blower. We could just shoot
there
them off,
you go.
shoot them off the roof with a leaf blower. I'm gonna reach out to the city and see if we can line this up.
Yeah, the visual is just neat as heck.
It is. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on them critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Well, good morning, everybody. A little rough and tumble, little freckle face, little radio rangers. Ranger Dan. Coming. You know, I've received just a slew of mails in the past week or so. A lot of people just super interested in some of the segments we've been doing, which, of course, is, some of the mating habits of other critters on Screen Earth, because it is
interesting stuff.
Kind of fascinating, and it's all about the birds and the bees, but it's not just birds and bees. It's everything that swims, crawls, breathes, whatever the case may be, and we're going to wrap it up. This will be the final segment.
Oh, okay.
On that, when it comes to mating, we're going to talk about the big blue whale this morning. And I understand that whales aren't quite indigenous to South Dakota, except for a couple months out of the year during the springtime when they migrate through Lake Oahe.
I don't think that's accurate.
It's kind of fascinating when it comes to the big blue whale. When it comes to mating habits, the magic number is 3.
Oh, 3 what?
3 whales.
Oh.
2 males, 1 female.
Are you kidding?
Really?
It's not what you think.
Okay.
It's not what you think. You got the dominant male that'll come to the surface and peek around and throw up 1 flipper.
Okay.
The female, if interested, will join him.
Okay.
Then the male that is not the dominant male needs to get in place to hold the female in place so she doesn't float away.
Really?
It's a true story.
That's awkward.
The smaller of the males that is acting as well, kind of a brace while things go on and get done, is known as the loser. Primary job is to just hold the lady, and if he's got a mind to play Kenny G hits through his blowhole. And to set the mood. So now that we're up to date on that little piece of information, final reminder here, the Ranger Dan's annual Babes in the Woods Women's Retreat weekend has been filled up. Registration has been closed down on the website. Lucky ladies, the one
Found 12 people to do this?
the chosen ladies, we had hundreds.
Hundreds of ladies.
Trying to cull the herd was not easy, John.
Narrow it down to only
You know what,
12.
though? If you're one of the lucky dozen, you will be notified via email on details, including what you're going to need to participate in Saturday night's wine drinking competition and pillow fights. Be checking your email, and we'll be in touch soon. Ranger Dan, that's it for today's episode of Critter Corner. And hey, little Radio Rangers, you know the drill. Go to church, say your prayers, stay in school, eat your vegetables. Don't be playing soccer. Don't let me catch you wearing Crocs. Ranger Dan out. Yes, sir.
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner right here on Sunny 93.3.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. Timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One. We have Mr. Dan Farris standing by here with some news. So fresh, he might have just made it up. So what do we have today, Dan? You're not making this up?
I'm an investigative
that's
reporter. Let's have a little respect. And by a little respect, I mean as little as humanly possible.
I read that investigative reporter. It was scrawled on your wall
This
over
is
there.
this is just kind of generic. Normally, I have a hard-hitting story about the seamy underbelly of Sioux Falls, but no, Halloween is upon us.
Yeah.
And I just thought we've
Few
got
days away.
We have some excellent information here, but also, you know, I'm interested. What are like some of the most popular costumes
Oh, yeah.
for
What
kids,
are they?
and just some of the top 10 this year. Do you know what Fortnite is?
Oh, it's a game, yeah. I've never
Apparently,
played it. But-
characters from
I've never
Fortnite
played
are
it.
a big deal. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
I suppose. If it's,
This kind of surprised me, and this is for kids now. Chucky, that crazy doll movie thing.
Yeah.
That's in the top 10 this year,
wow.
along with unicorns. At number 5 is clown, just clown.
Not any particular clown.
Nope. Dinosaurs at number 4. Spider-Man is still huge. That's clocking it at number 3 for popular costumes. Just your standard witch is at number 2. And the number 1 most popular costume this year.
Let's see if Heidi can guess.
Is it Pennywise?
It is.
So it's that clown.
It's the
Yeah.
It clown.
The It.
The
So that's the
It
It costume this
clown.
year.
Yeah, I got to say, and kids, man, creepy in that costume, because that's a freaky.
It's
that's a
freaky
deal.
anyway, but yeah, and a little kid, it's even, yeah.
And because we live in very dark, treacherous times, and I don't know, John, if we're going to want to do a link to this or not, but it's out there for this Halloween, and they're billing it as South Dakota Local 2019 Halloween Safety Map. It is a complete map as Halloween gets underway, where you can just go online and see where the sex offenders live in your neighborhood.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that
not a bad
Don't go.
idea.
That's actually a really good idea.
And it's kind of sad that
we have
is
to
a good
have
idea.
this,
Yeah,
but-
exactly. Before kids go out across the great state of South Dakota, you can actually dial this up and clock into your neighborhood, and you'll see little red flags and designations, and that's where it's
cool.
at. And it's up to you. So
Something that I decided not to do because it sounded like a lot of work, but it sounded like a really cool idea as well. One of the other radio stations that we work with, I recorded a commercial for them.
Mm-hmm.
Something they do that's really kind of a neat idea, but they actually have people tell you which neighborhoods have the best candy, and then they go through their social media and they're reporting, hey, they got full-size Snickers here, and they're doing all this through their website, their Facebook
I like
page.
that.
Yeah,
I was like, that's really
cool.
cool. But then I was thinking we should do that. Then I got to thinking, wait a minute, that would mean I'm doing that on Halloween night? Yeah, I'm not doing that. So,
Somebody's got to be at the controls, man.
but I will
That's
tell
right.
you, if you want to go on our Facebook page on Halloween night and tell people, here's where I found the best stuff, you certainly can do that. I'm just not going to be on there to share them and reply because I have a life.
Yeah, I had
Sort of.
somebody threw a rock through a window at my house last Halloween.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I will never, ever hand out broccoli and coffee again. Lesson learned, you little criminals. Whatever. What I had on hand.
What is this? That's a free
It's what
creamer
I
packet
had
I got
on
from the
hand.
restaurant. Just take it and move.
That
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris right here on Sunny 93.3.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for the Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week. Brought to you by Maverick Recruiting. And you can find them at maverickrecruiting.com. And this is where we sometimes nervously hand the microphone over to Heidi.
Why nervously?
I just never know what you're going to do.
Oh,
But
whatever.
this is one that's pretty safe because it's just reporting somebody who's going
Somebody
above
who's
and
done
beyond.
good things.
That's why I'm okay
Yes.
handing it over for this. So who's our Maverick Recruiting Top Gun of the Week?
Neil from Giving Hope Bingo.
love Neil.
We do too.
Yeah.
we love you. We go there quite often on Saturdays. That's when our
Yes, we do.
bingo gang. But if you want to go tonight, you can go tonight to Giving Hope Bingo. They've got a thing called Rushmore Bingo. This is kind of cool. They just started doing this. It's bingo where you could play at multiple different locations, and they're calling all of the numbers from Giving Hope Bingo in Sioux Falls.
Right.
But you can also go to several other locations in Sioux Falls right now, and eventually it'll be statewide. But it's really kind of a neat thing. They just started. But Neil, let's talk about why you selected Neil, Heidi.
He just makes everything so fun. Like,
He
we
does.
go in there and he gives me a hard time, which I love.
Yeah.
I love. If you're going to give me a hard time, I kind of like you, and it's just such a really cool atmosphere, and he does good things.
They do a lot of
He
good
runs
things.
the place, and he donates proceeds,
yeah.
tons and tons and tons of money back
So
to
many
the
good
community.
causes.
Yeah.
If you happen to have a nonprofit that you'd like to help maybe raise some funds, they can do some really cool fundraising there as well. GivingHopeSF.com is the website, Giving Hope Bingo. And also a huge thank you to Maverick Recruiting for helping us shine the spotlight on Neil and all the good things that they do.
Absolutely.
We shine the spotlight on somebody different each Monday. And again, our Top Gun of the Week this week, Neil from Giving Hope Bingo. Again, all the details about Maverick Recruiting on their website, maverickrecruiting.com.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
They thrill you, they chill you, sometimes they kill you. Celebrities. Just want to break this down because Halloween is upon us, and I'm fascinated by this, and I'll just go out on a limb here and go, I have never seen a single one of these, but I was kind of startled when I skipped across it the other day. Do you realize there have now been 10 movies in the Halloween franchise?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And starting in 1978, of course,
John
with Jamie Lee
Carpenter's
Curtis, John
Halloween.
Carpenter's Halloween started in 78. They had Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, Halloween Revenge of Michael Myers. Michael Myers plays a key role in these.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the 20th anniversary.
That was in 1998. Oh, okay. I thought it was filmed underwater. I had no- Halloween Resurrection in 02, and just Halloween, and that's it. Halloween in 07, and Halloween 2 again in 2009. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't there another one coming out
I believe so.
I think
Jamie
there
Lee
is, yeah,
Curtis.
but
I
Jamie
think,
Lee
is
this
already signed up.
month? This month?
Probably.
I think they released a trailer, I think on the 16th of this month.
I
So that'll make 11 of them.
love
Yeah,
the
this-
Halloween franchise.
But here's what's surprising about that. And keep in mind, the one that was the biggest at the box office out of all of these
Yeah.
was the original.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And globally, all these movies have brought in just over $600 million.
Oh,
That's pretty amazing.
Now, if you think that's nice price, let's go to another franchise that won't stop either, Fast and Furious.
Oh, yeah.
Which is coming out with number 9 now.
Yeah, billions, I'll bet.
Actually, globally, the Fast and Furious franchise has done over $1 trillion in box
Isn't that
office.
crazy?
That's insane.
Over
So
$1 trillion.
$600 million for the
Right.
Halloween franchise,
Right.
and over $1 trillion for the other one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably better to be Fast and Furious than it is to be a psychopathic killer.
Well, I suppose, and just so you know, and I've never actually seen a Fast and Furious movie either, but, that's... if it's not on Hallmark, I mean, if it's not sports, I haven't seen it. In the new Fast and Furious, Cardi B, one of our favorites, Cardi B has got a role in that. So.
What is your favorite saying about her?
Cardi B? Cardi B sings songs for women who shoplift at yard sales.
I don't even know what she sings, but now I kind of want to hear it.
Celebrities, you know them, you love them, man. Just pay homage. That's what you do.
All right.
Pay
Dan,
homage.
Thank you for that update, man.
My pleasure, John.
Dan Farris brings us the most entertainment news that there is right here on Sunny 93.3.